Buy any Nikon DSLR and you're buying into a world-class camera system. And the key point of any system camera is that you can swap lenses for all different kinds of photography. But where do you start? We're here to make it a bit easier with this list of 5 best Nikon lenses. 1. Nikon AFS Nikkor 50mm f1.8G. No matter what type of photography you prefer, a nifty 50 will always be useful, hence the popularity of the Nikon AFS Nikkor 50mm f1.8G. Known as one of the brand's best fast prime lenses, it's well loved for its normal field of view, small and lightweight body, very sharp results, incredibly narrow depth of field, resulting in stunning bokeh, and affordable price tag, all of which are key attributes of ideal portrait lenses. This prime lens is designed for full-frame, FX format Nikon DSLRs, but it's also become popular among APS-C DX format DSLR camera users. And as an AFS autofocusing lens, it can work even with entry-level D3000 series and D5000 series cameras. 2. Nikon AFS 70-200mm f2.8e FL ED-VR. The Nikon AFS 70-200mm f2.8e FL ED-VR is the go-to telephoto lens for many professional photographers, thanks to its versatile telephoto reach and retainable aperture of f5.6 even at 400mm with a 2x teleconverter. Other well-loved features include auto and manual priority autofocus control, electronic aperture control, and sport VR mode. As a high-end Nikon lens, it is extremely well built, has an ultra-fast autofocus system, and produces stunning image quality with incredible sharpness and contrast, just what you'd expect from a dream lens that's ideal for serious shooters. 3. Nikon AFS 70-200mm f4G ED-VR. At only about half the price and half the weight of Nikon's top-grade 70-200mm f2.8 lens, this f.4 edition has a lot going for it, especially for use with DX format cameras. Not only does the weight reduction make the lens more comfortable for prolonged handheld shooting, but the overall balance feels better with relatively lightweight DX bodies. And it's still an FX format lens, so you can use it on both DX and FX bodies without any restrictions. Image quality is simply stunning, with fabulous sharpness and contrast, along with highly effective stabilization. A further bonus is that with most recent upmarket Nikon cameras that support autofocus at f8, you can still use autofocus with an optional 2x teleconverter. 4. Nikon AFP 70-300mm f4.5 to 5.6e ED-VR. This is the ideal focal range for a telephoto zoom, and there are some other high-performance yet reasonably priced 70-300mm lenses on the market. But although this Nikon lens costs more, it's well worth the extra outlay. It has an AFP pulse motor autofocus system that's super fast and basically inaudible in operation, along with an electromagnetically controlled diaphragm. New generation VR, that is vibration reduction, gives enhanced 4.5 stop performance and adds a sport VR mode. This enables easier tracking of erratically moving objects in the viewfinder, as well as avoiding any slowdown in rapid continuous shooting. The lens has a tough, weather-resistant build, although, as with the vast majority of stepping motor lenses, there's no focus distance scale. All-round performance is excellent and image quality is absolutely top drawer. It might seem overkill right now, but this lens will prove its worth in the future. 5. Nikon AFS 200-500mm f5.6e ED-VR. One of the most exciting recent lenses from Nikon, this super telephoto zoom, is unusual in having a constant aperture rating, which is none too sluggish at f5.6. It's an FX format lens that gives a maximum effective focal length of a mighty 750mm on DX format bodies. That's not quite as much as using one of Sigma or Tamron's 150-600mm zooms, but it's not far behind. As usual with Nikon E-type lenses, the aperture is electromagnetically controlled, which enables better accuracy and consistency in exposure when shooting sequences in high-speed, continuous drive mode. This is great for sports and wildlife photography, to which the lens is ideally suited. However, it does make the lens incompatible with older Nikon DSLRs. The VR system features an additional sport mode, which makes it much easier to track fast and erratically moving subjects through the viewfinder.